guys, hi, welcome to Mrs. Phil's YouTube channel. My name is Mpumlwana. I am a child of God. I am born again. I am a wife to a very handsome man of God. I am also a mom to a beautiful, very problematic baby boy. And I am Mrs. Phil's friend. You're probably wondering, what am I doing here? Well, Mrs. Fields asked me to come and keep you guys company since she's been very swamped lately. So she asked me to share my 2 minutes experience of transitioning from being single to married. So, when she gave me this topic, at first I was like, yo, damn, this is quite difficult because I don't think I'm the right person to be talking about that since I haven't completed that task yet. I feel that I am still trying to find my fit in all of this, and I am still fighting single Nino there deep within. You know what? You must get it together. So I felt like whatever I have that I have is not gonna be relevant enough since I am still going through that process, through the transition. Okay, so but then to respect her, I decided, okay, let me just share whatever I have. Hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, first off, I have known my husband for since I was in grade 10. It's been a long time. Ndimazele enkonzweni njengobhuti nje oserious wasenkonzweni, and we had a project that we worked on as abantu abatsha, and that's when we started working closely with him. I was the president of that movement, and he was a treasurer, so we had to work closely. And then we started talking. Guy one DM, and then this was 2018. Then we started dating around about March, I think, 2018. But now our dating was different because we were not allowed to be seen together. In fact, we are not allowed in my church to be dating or doing anything. So sasintshontshana ke ngamanye amazwi. Sasintshontshana. There, I said it, sasintshontshana. And we dated, and our dating was obviously over the phone because wayehlala in Newcastle and ngihlala eMthatha in school. So our dating was just over the phone. And rarely we would see each other at church, and it'd be a thing of dimbone and then go back home, grab my phone. Hey, I saw you at church, you look nice. Like, yeah, I love you, bye. Well, that stuff, we were really not that Latin. Yeah, go in the normal way of dating. And Ubutiza decided that he wanted to get married in 2019, and I said yes. So end of 2019 we got married, and then we moved. I moved in with him in 2020, where the real stuff started, and it really started to kick in. But you know what? You are married, you're no longer dating. That's when I was so the first year of marriage is considered to be the honeymoon phase. So nami dangena expecting all of that, but you know what, it's gonna be honeymoon, honey. But unfortunately for me, it wasn't all of that. It wasn't. It just, it had its bad times, and it had its nice good times. But the highlights of our first year was getting to know each other. Like that was the main. I think uthixo is like, you know what, nanizohlala apha nobabini and get to know each other, because lento beniyenza, that's not knowing each other. Abo. So yeah, the first day yami of my marriage, it was not so nice. It wasn't all nice. I think I should put it like that, because it wasn't all so bad. At the same time, it wasn't all so nice. So it presented a lot of new challenges, exposing our flaws to each other. I mean, it was chaotic most of the time, because now I had to learn this person on another level, and I had to. So we were meeting each sides of each other that we didn't know existed. We were discovering things that we didn't like about each other. It was a lot, and this is happening in the midst of a pandemic. Well, there are a lot of things happening, and I can't go home, and nje ku-tricky wethu i-situation i-tough yabo. But then I thank God for that, because I couldn't go home, and I had to like sit down and try and learn and understand this person. So nje, yeah, it really hit us ukuthi we had made a massive commitment. And we were gonna stick by it. Sithanda singathandi. So yeah. But then there were things that I thought, if I had known them before getting into marriage, my first year of marriage wouldn't have been so difficult. It would have been half the battle if ndandizazi ezo zinto, like someone would have hinted them to me. But this is gonna happen and that's gonna happen. You need to know how to act when this and that happens. So yeah, unfortunately for me, I never knew all of that, and that made my first year of marriage not so honeymoony. But then I'm glad, because I had to learn them, not to hear about them. Zange ndive ngazo, I had to learn them. So one of the things that I wish I had known was that first of all, you need to be yourself. You need to master yourself first. You need to be able to be available for yourself before being available for anyone else, before being available for those person. I was like, oh yeah, I needed to be available for myself, because I think for anyone to be in a healthy working relationship, you need to be yourself. You need to be, first of all, I needed to be myself. I needed to understand myself better before trying to understand the other person, because that was a total fail. Understanding other people before understanding yourself, that's waste of time. I needed to understand myself better first. I needed to be available for myself first. I needed to check in with myself, because I needed to be available for myself, because um, we tend to think that other people are reliable for our happiness. They are accountable or responsible for our happiness, of which that's not the case. Umuntu nomuntu akazikhandela happiness yakhe, because I mean your spouse would do almost everything to make you happy, but if you don't choose to be happy, you won't be happy no matter what they do, no matter how hard they try, you would not be happy. So yeah, I needed to be that person, or zaziyo about what makes me happy and what doesn't make me happy, and understanding that being happy will be my choice. Umyeni wami is not responsible for that. Yena, he is trying, but the choice is with me to choose whether to be happy or not. So yeah, also I needed to check in with myself, like fully understand myself, know my ins and outs, nje understand unino ngalendlela ayiyo, because growing up I had hidden myself so much that emtshatweni I tried, but now, but like I had no choice but to confront myself, because at least at home I was like, I can actually tolerate that because there is my next move. I'm going to move out of this house and ignore certain rules. But so it was frustrating for me. I cannot run away from this thing, and I cannot hide it anymore. I need to confront and understand these are the things that make me tick, and I need to work on them. So I really needed to understand myself fully. Like I needed to be settled with myself. These are no, this thing I cannot tolerate it. So yeah, if I had taken some time to work out how I feel and why I felt like that, and maybe my first year of marriage would have been better. But Sana girl wasted so much time watching over Umyenwake. What will he do to make me happy? So yeah, that was a stumbling block. I made sorry, my granddaughter was greeting me. I made our first year very, very difficult for us, because most of my emotions and feelings, nangas understand why am I feeling those things, because I never took the time to feel them, but I would rather take them out on my partner. So yeah, that's one thing. Understand, not being settled with yourself first. So yeah, and you are now in this thing, and it's a huge legal change. Like, isn't this needs about yourself are now about to change, gives you so much frustration. It used to give me so much frustration. Now I'm in this thing and it's forever binding, and it brought all kinds of loaded feelings that I didn't know how to express. Do you understand? I hope you understand. So nje kwakungxakile in my transition, and it made it very difficult for me. So yeah, I think if I had been honest with myself in the first place, these are Zuguti, and having a healthy way of expressing that, and presenting my thoughts and bringing forth my expectations. Think it would have been much easier, it would have been much smoother if I had a healthy way of uthetha, communicating, because that's one thing we lack as ladies, I think. You guys are good at communicating how you feel, but I failed doing that dismally, because I would keep quiet and expect him to read the situation and understand what how I felt, what I wanted at what time. To give you a few examples, when I'm angry or sad, I would keep quiet, expecting him to know where he went wrong or what's happening in my mind. In my first year, I had a lot of I wanted to go home thoughts. I miss home. So whenever I miss home, I would be miserable and sad. But I wouldn't communicate that with you. I actually miss home, you know. I would keep quiet and expect him to know, and that didn't help me, because not unless you are married to a psychic or Andoni Isangoma or some sort of mind reader, then you can keep quiet, bazokwazi. But in my case, my man didn't know how to react. He didn't know how to help me, because I just kept quiet. I never took the initiative to talk to him and ndimlinge nje ukuthi uzo-understanda yini if ndimxelela ukuthi this is how I felt, yabo. And I would keep quiet, and some of the things mhlambi ayezenza ndivele nje ndiqomba, you know what, I expected you to do this, but then I wouldn't tell him that. I would keep quiet, just look at things unfolding the way that I didn't like. I think ndibukele nje ukuthi kuzokwenzekelani, what's the next step, without communicating what I'd rather have and what I'd rather not have in this marriage. So yeah, I think nanze enye into eyenza kwaba difficult for me to transition from singleness to being married. I never took the time to talk. Sorry. So I never took the time to talk to my husband in our first year. Yes. I think communication is quite crucial. Now I know that it's quite crucial, because if you have easy into that you would rather not have in your marriage and are kind of acceptable in the society, kuba nzima, because you now conform to society with a half of a heart, because when you rather not have these things in your marriage, but now they are acceptable, then you now where you go to the direction or society yakuyo. So sorry about that. The other thing that made my first year of marriage very difficult was the fact that I think I allowed between me and my God. I think I allowed a gap between me and my God, because now I was having problems with praying with this person, that I am having amanyala with. So it was quite hard, and I wanted to be spiritually correct to him. I wanted to pray in a way that as if women are not weird. I mean, I held myself back because I didn't want to pray to a point whereby I am all miserable. Wait, no, not miserable, vulnerable with God. I didn't want to pray to a certain point where I cry like I normally do when I pray alone. Yeah, or all of that thing. Then I'll be embarrassed, crying in front of this person that is gonna kiss me and do me a manyala. So I had that problem as well. So that thing of praying as a sexy, it costed me my relationship with God, because I cheated myself in prayer. It was fine. It was fine for a long time, praying together over a video call or a phone call. But now he was here and saying Dazi very, very nakedly. So I couldn't put myself into their position yobana ndisetyenziswe ngumoya oyingcwele in a massive way, ngabeka kanjalo yabo. So cheater, and that lack of prayer it strained umtshato wami. I felt a huge gap in my heart. There was something void, like there was something missing in my life. So yeah, I was not happy about that, and ukunqaba kwami in my prayer space made me a bitter and very angry woman. And yeah, my inner demons were getting powerful usuku nosuku, and my past would interfere in the way of my future, well, because I lacked prayer. And yeah, I felt like if I prayed too much, he would feel that and then I would miss out on being in love and happy and romantic. Yabo. Also, if I don't pray in a way that abantu abathandaza ngayo, he would think that andisindiswanga enough, just stupid feelings that interfered with my prayer life and then leading me astray. Yabo. Ndasuka kakhulu kwindawo yami yokuthandaza in my first year of marriage, of which that was very wrong of me, but those were the feelings endandingakwazi ukuzibalekela at the moment, because nyani ndandingamqhelanga in a spiritual atmosphere, in a spiritual ngathini yabo, kodwa yandiva, I'm sure you understand me, you guys. But ndandingamqhelanga in that level. It's fine enkonzweni wayezikhonzela yena ehleli that side of church and I'm ndandihleli ngapha of church, so I would earnestly be in that moment yokukhonza ne. But now xa sesobabini I held back. I really held back, andiyazi, but nje kukhona lanto yayivele yanditsala emthandazweni bana eyikhawuhlehlela kancinci, you will drive this man crazy if you pray as much as you prayed when you were single, or if you don't pray in a certain manner. Yabo. So yeah, that strained me and my husband. Now that I know, I really needed to be in my prayer position. Ngoku ndandingena emtshatweni, it would have helped me a lot. So yeah, that was one of the things that and I had to go through in my transition. And I found myself thinking that I had betrayed God by saying yes to this man, and at the same time my relationship with God just went slim. And I am and kwizinto ezininzi that I did with in my closet ndaziyeka, and yeah, I gave myself to lento endikuyo and forgetting that it was God who sent me into this thing, who had brought this thing to me. Ndavele nje ndamneglect-a, and spiritually I starved in my first year of marriage. I don't know about my husband. Yes, I haven't found the time to ask him, how was your spiritual life when we first stayed together, our first year of marriage. Angaze ndambuza, kodwa nje mna I was starving, even if in the times where we would fast and pray, I was not in it. And from I was not in it. Yeah, so I think that's one of the things that strained the first year to it robbed us a chance of being like genuinely happy. The prayer life, the part of me that was spiritual, my spiritual self yeah. Another thing that I think it made this transition very difficult for me was that I lacked patience. I was really not patient with my husband. Yeah, but the reason why checking in with yourself is so important is that some of your changing feelings might not be so obvious. Yeah. Even to yourself, you feel some type of way, but you're not sure how you feel. Yeah, but so as a girlfriend, I didn't fuss much about izinto ezininzi, yabo. But the minute I stepped into those wifey boots, your sana all changed. Everything just changed. I felt like on some level, guy needed to act a certain way. Some rules were to change. Even the behavior, I felt like it had to change for me. For me, and some things that I expected were really unconscious. I was not aware that I expected such ridiculous expectations. Yeah, well. So, and I did not understand ezinye izinto that I felt. So I sort of like needed someone to explain to me my own feelings. In the same manner as your husband or your spouse, it happens to them as well. But now I lacked patience to understand. I lacked grace to give to my husband and understand he is going through this thing. It's not only me who is transitioning. As much as name but he is also going through some process of ukusuka ebubhutini to being someone's husband. So I needed to be patient with my husband as much as he was patient with me. we both needed some time to work out how we feel about this whole thing and why we feel certain feelings. Yeah, but if you notice your partner, he's having a tough time, give them some space to adjust, like some grace now, like some patience. They also need some patience, because that's my husband. I'd be frustrated and stressed when he showed signs of confusion, when he showed signs of stress, he showed signs of not coping with the adjustment, with the transition. I would just be so frustrated and I'd be like, but you're the one who initiated this thing, you're the one who decided when we chat, and then how come you have no idea how to drive the ship? How come you have no idea? Like, I would bust out, get feelings as means onto him, not understanding that like it's a huge adjustment. I mean, Nagoye, he is committing to a lifetime thing. It's not just only me. So yeah, he was having a transition of his own, as much as Nami I was having a transition of my own. But then I lacked patience, I lacked understanding. Nonetheless, it just wasted our first year of marriage. I mean, like, I really regret not having enough patience, because we had time to do everything anyway. Your manyala on top of kitchen counters, on your couch and anything, with no children involved. But now I wasted that in being impatient with him. I wanted him to have all figured out, and that wasn't it. The reason why he brought me into this thing, it was because he wanted me to help him figure it out, help him. I'll be his suitable helper. It means that you need to be patient with him so that you can help him in a way that he needs you to help him. So I lacked patience, shame. I just hope he forgives me for that. And that, and one other thing that we lack patience in as women, our finances. As soon as we are married, we want a house. As soon as we are married, we want a fully furnished house. We want, all of those things. We are not patient enough with the men in our lives. In fact, I was not patient enough. I was like, dude, you must have had figured it out before me coming into the picture. Gandhi, all he was doing, and I was wanting me to help him figure it out, and I was not, because then so I lacked patience. I lacked umlinda. Yes, I did not. So yeah, with that being said, I think that konke okuvayo in your transition, you shouldn't ignore the fact that you are finding the transition difficult. You need to sit down with your man and stress some things out. Maybe for what's worth, you are each other's help. You are what you need. You are what each other need. I mean, you can help. Maybe he's going through something and you talk to him, I'm going through this. That's all you need, just to state that you are going through it, and then it just falls into place just by talking about it. So yeah, the best thing to do to help offset this is to talk about it. Is to talk to your spouse, explain your expectations, your feelings, your thoughts. So these are the things that I wish I had known before getting into this whole thing, like having enough patience and being confident in who I am spiritually, and knowing and understanding myself, and communicating, like, guys, I can never stress enough in Daba here. Communication is quite crucial, and if you feel like you need someone to come and help you guys establish that communication ground, then so be it. A pastor, an elder, a counselor, whoever you think might be suitable for that part yokuthi in unfundisa communicate better and having a healthy way of having yourself heard to heard partner yakho, then ask that person to come and intervene. Like, it's not showing andazi ngayibeka kanjani, but akuko kumosha. Just ask for help. I mean, uyayiqala lento, and especially if you're young, just ask for help. It might seem like an overkill to have people coming in and helping and interfering in the beginning of marriage, but I believe that abantu abadala, those people, are wise enough to see a weakness or a problem way before you guys can even see it. Bayayazi into yobana okay, xa iqala kanje it leads to this and this and this, so ugwema loo nto leyo, just to avoid everything else. Just ask for help. You know, even if you don't think that you need to seek help outside from the relationship, but nje ukuthetha is very crucial. It's needed in this thing. Share with your partner how you feel, what you think. Ask them and encourage them to talk about their feelings as well. So, because if you start the conversation, it might encourage them to confront if feelings now they can ignore. So yeah, for the sake of time and data and everything else concerned, I think I will stop here. Hopefully this video will score me another invite so that I can tell you guys more about my journey. Thank you, Mrs. Fells, for inviting me here, and thank you guys for tuning in into the video up to this far. Please do comment. I'll come back for the comments. Yeah, what else do I need to say on the YouTube channel? Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Bye.